Hi everyone, and welcome back to my devlog. If you're new here, I post videos logging the progress of the new third-person looter-shooter mobile game I'm developing called N.E.S.T, so consider subscribing to follow along. 2 weeks have passed, and that means 2 weekly Discord challenges, both with winners of in-game prizes for N.E.S.T. Make sure you've joined the Discord server to be a part of the discussion or become the next winner. I started off the week by again addressing the unique movement system, and then decided to altogether remove fixed movement. Here, I'm referring to the system I implemented in Devlog number 1, where the player rotates around a central pivot point when moving. This then meant I no longer had to use restricted AI for the aliens, as the player's ability to navigate was not limited anymore. After playing around with other mobile shooter games, I noticed that they included special buttons which enabled players to look around while pressing down. I added this by simply extending Unity's button class, and then invoked the relevant gesture regions methods. Now you're probably wondering what a gesture region is. Because I wanted to include the ability to look around while also being able to swipe to jump, crouch or roll, I needed to completely redesign the way I handled swipe gestures. For this, I needed to add 2 gesture regions, one to handle navigation and another to handle the different actions, and I wanted this to be completely customizable. At first, I made it so that when you tapped the screen, it rotated the regions clockwise. You could then drag the handle to adjust the areas. This, however, wasn't that intuitive, and so I went back to the drawing board. My solution was to instead make tapping the screen flip the 2 regions, and then allow the player to drag anywhere on the screen to adjust the areas. The trick here, though, was that by swiping in the desired direction, you could change the orientation of the divider. This worked well and felt a lot more intuitive. Adding the ability to now save these gesture regions was a breeze because of the way I had already implemented this system for the customizable layouts. The 3 layouts are stored as preferences, and in each of these layouts, the name, date modified, UI elements, and gesture regions are stored. By customizing an element or the properties of a gesture region, you are changing these values, which together make up each layout. Now, with that out the way, it was finally time to start designing the main menu, aka Base Camp. Unlike most games, I didn't want the main menu to just be a wall of text. I wanted you to be able to interact with the objects in the base camp, instead of just using buttons, and have the camera zoom in to each area of interest. Eventually, I settled on this. Of course, this is just the layout, so let me get into what each object is used for. The tent is where you store all your items, and so is used as the player's inventory. This will be where you manage all your different weapons, ammunition and consumables, and create your different loadouts. The map is used to view all the discovered nests around the world, and to select which mission to go on. The box, which has 2 supply crates on top, is where you unlock different weapons and clothing items. This will be like Crossy Road, where the weapon crates will randomly give you a gun, throwable, or melee weapon, and the clothing crates will randomly give you a clothing item or accessory. Lastly, by clicking on the character, you'll be able to customize your character's base, clothing, and accessories. With all the objects modeled, I roughly put them together in Unity and began working on the camera controller. At first, I animated the camera to achieve this. However, this was very restricting, so I instead used the script. While this was a lot more complicated to get right, it ended up working well. Next week, I plan on finishing the base camp, but that's gonna do it for now. If you enjoyed or learned something, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to follow along on the development of this game. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.